Well, twice now.
Okay, we're straight in. Liquid on defense, BBL on attack, and it looks like they just want to fast overwhelm the site. We got Kiko run into a position where he can get a kill off of the trip. Low trip in case they fade Prowlers. Yeah, very, very nice. They did the low trip so the Prowlers doesn't get hit by it.
The same as the pistol already sees them drawing first blood.
Solid trip setup has managed to get them the opener.
Whoa.
The battle from Kiko's not the prettiest. It's left them a little bit low, and 3 players sat
No
within
Omen
this
flash to
smoke.
retake.
Even a flash being set up, they want
Damn,
to
they
try
want to
and
flash
fight for
overtake.
that aggressive short
Sure.
control. The pot flash doesn't catch anyone though. It's passive from the side of Liquid. They're waiting on the other side, but Levin in the meantime
God, Nats
done
has
well.
done
Nats
incredible.
spikes back in turn.
Look at the
Look how
HPs
low
though.
some of these Liquid players are. It gives Levin some hope for the ace, but he needs so much bits.
Damn, the Liquid played this really well. Fair play.
There to give them their first round.
I like everything about this round. It was nice. The trip, the positioning, the retakes together. Everyone held strong. Nats played super well.
A 1-0 beginning, and like we said, fairly spotless records for both of these squads, but Liquid have at times up against Fnatic felt untouchable. We'll see if they can bring that same level to the server here today. It is a very different composition that they're up against, though.
Yeah, I think
They were ready for some kind of push. Yeah, they were really ready. Okay. Insta-buy on this one.
Because at times we've seen BBL fall a little bit flat if they can't get that momentum rolling. As it was said by Mini, a lot of the time they're fighting those extremities and looking to be more direct with their hits. If they're figured out,
That was smart though, especially with the trips. I wonder if they'll be doing those trips all the time.
It becomes a much
You got no Sova. It's harder for them to break trips.
And especially losing those pistols.
The EU Stinger. Yampi's got one of the better European Stingers though. I will say that. I don't know about the rest of the team.
Yeah, having to fight them on those buy rounds will be tough. And right here, BBL look to rectify that early opening loss as they've gone in with 4 stingers and a
That's so
share
funny.
of
That
shields
kill from the trip earlier has now
real
started
battle
making him use a salvo just for getting out of the actual
Liquid
choke.
having that early start, they don't want to stall out as they have before, but the team's being stalled. Levin alone falls towards the switch. A trade at last, but it's a 3v4. The numbers stacking against
It's really
them.
nice
The
again
odds
from
not in
Liquid.
their favor. And from a poor
Dude, it's so
start to
funny
a
how much
terrible
like just
one
one
in this
trip at the
half as a
beginning
force
changes so
fight
much.
has failed.
They then salvo this instead of salving
I'd
over
understand
towards
it.
stairs,
In
then it's
rounds
harder
like
for them
this,
to get
you
through the
kind
choke.
of can catch teams off guard, especially if you're very direct with it. But I think Liquid did well to just make sure that didn't get out of control.
Everyone's fighting
Nobody
together.
overfacing, nobody being
No
too
smoke
aggressive
here is
in
a
their
little odd.
stance,
Why is there
and
no
then
smoke
playing
here?
these sort of
It's super late.
ranged battles without giving too much away. I think that's also where I want to put a focus on someone like Trex. I think when he has been good, this team has been incredible, but at times he has been a little bit overzealous, I guess is the way I'll put it. So I definitely, you look at this round, who's very patient.
Okay, force him down to an eco. We got a
Make
sheriff,
sure that
that's
there
it.
wasn't him giving the site away.
Yep.
If he plays like that the whole game, BBL are going to struggle.
And when you see a player fall back in a boathouse like that, play back on site, a lot of the time they're just disconnected.
Yeah,
from the action.
I guess
They're the
Perfect
fail-safe,
smoked
but his
somewhere
shot
else at the
starts,
beginning
they
to
didn't
create
actually do a
pressure.
ton,
Is that what
but they were
happened? And then
trying,
his smoke
right?
didn't come out in
Avoided
time,
those
which
mines
means they
that were
should
put
be
down,
delaying the
and this
hit
time they
slightly
don't.
for the
An
smoke.
immediate hit on the Magnum, and that's what I love to see. Him falling back from the action, not giving the pick, but still trying to contribute in that way. It gives them that extra level to fight with.
Yeah, this is good as well from Kiko, right? Doing like layer smokes.
For the side of BBL.
This one fast and this one, then I'll do this one. Just try and make sure that they're using util for each one.
Keeping this historic
You
wins
don't take
in
the
their
space
favor.
early.
I think just talking a little bit while we've got this low buy round about the veto, it feels like one that has been played well by Liquid. Like one where you have Ascent that you probably knew was coming, whether it's first or third map. It took out Icebox, which has been a problem for them,
Good
and
time
a great
smoke.
map for BBL.
Good time Nate.
Sunset, which I
Dude.
don't necessarily think many would have expected is their first pick. And then Bind, another map they've been comfortable on. I think you can tell work has been done on how this veto will be
Party
played.
wants his ult.
And it's going to be more so
Party
up to
gets his
BBL
ult.
to prove to me that this is a solid one for them. In zone flawless, Paditech flying.
Schaefer's, thank you for the 25 months. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Prime. And Proud Substitute Teacher with the 34 months. Thank you for doing that as well.
It's this nade that goes through from
the nade timing was sick on this. KO up for this big round against the triple initiator comp.
Leaving Levin isolated when he does make that dash out through it. And they are easily able to pick up the pieces from there, even finishing it with a classic.
Patty helping Heretics again, yeah.
But it's not
non-stop.
just that, it's his utility, it's the timing, and we're seeing Liquid have great reactions to everything BBL are throwing at them so far.
Okay, I like this. They fake a Vision Strikers at the beginning, right? Make them push, make them, in theory, force back and have to re-clear all of this, but BBL did pretty good and just stayed strong and then just droned all of this, so they knew it was fake very early. They didn't actually use too much util, it's literally just a drone.
BBL, though, building up towards this A execution. 3 players ready and waiting. In fact, even reaggressing slightly. All 4 backward into the site.
Playing triple initiator against the null commands. A real headache as the clock runs down. So BBL getting in there early, looking for the Ray crunch, but a fight back from Panatek. His confidence tangible in his actions.
Oh my goodness, Patty got the second one here as well.
When he finally falls, he's left his team in a 4v2. Magnum desperately trying to pull this back. I mean, low HP on
The
Camo.
great smoke from
Flip
Kiko.
back in BBL's favor.
Enables
Nice
Camo
fight
to
through
actually
the
get
smoke.
another
Puts
kill,
the
so much
3v
space on
in.
this
In
one.
fact,
Man,
the
Liquid are playing
3v
good, by the way.
on the board.
This is really
That's
good
a
from them.
4-0
Patty's
start
doing
from
great,
Team
though.
Liquid.
Yeah, we're seeing the danger.
I liked how proactive they were here, especially as they lost Heaven. They realized they were getting pinched on, so he had to go proactive. He had to do something. He clears a little bit of space. Got both kills. Insane.
They'll want that trophy. They'll want to make it all the way to the final.
It's a great recon as well. Was that recon or drone? It might have been drone.
Is Panatek. We know that he was given sort of like a second lease of life in the tier 1.
Still no timeout. Probably for the next buy round.
Made it to a final alongside them. And now has the chance
Okay,
to
more
send
set
them to
stuff on this one.
victory here. It is
Big duel over towards middle. Or
Or
Camo's in trouble.
aggressively taking space. For Camo,
Yeah, this is
this
a nice
becomes
idea
a
from
problem.
BBL.
He's already caught.
Split over towards middle through market. It's kind of cool.
Has to give up that position, but Levin's being punished. Trex and Kiko pulling this back into the favor of the defensive side around that should be theirs. And Kiko's making sure it is.
They look so good.
Yumpy alone, and that shock dart we talked about. Trex.
I think this is a nice idea from BBL. Kiko's just a beast.
No signs of life from the attackers.
Oh yeah, they are getting.
There's no hesitation from him as well. Well, there's the timeout. What an absolute nightmare for BBL.
A tactical pause called, and you can't really blame the coaching staff of BBL at this stage. Like, this was sort of a burden of them back in some of the previous stages as they get off to very slow starts in some of their matches. And right now, well, they're just being bullied. Kiko is yet to die.
Yo, they just walked into me. Amazing.
Wow. They didn't expect him to go back. The Prowler just doesn't clear close. He had to swing it a little more right.
For BBL to gather themselves a very, very slow start from this squad. And at 5-0 down, knowing the dominance that Liquid have put up on the board before, this is really where we need to see rounds put on real soon. Because you talked about the veto, Tom, the sunset, the bind. You know, BBL can make it there. We could have quite an interesting series on our hands, but this is their pick. This is the one they would have come in prepared for, and so far that preparation, it seems wasted.
Yeah, for sure. And their composition is one that really feels like huge success or huge failure. Like, it's one that has gambles within it. Even on the defensive side, you're going to have a lot of the time an initiator playing the role of a sentinel, which I think Magnum a lot of the time will take up that mantle.
Still got the ults to the big rounds. Do they want to go for some kind of set ult strat? Doesn't look like it.
And on the attack, that's where you feel like you should have a little bit extra.
Dude.
Like, you're able to have these more difficult scenarios for the defense, but
similar thing
thus
for
far,
Kiko.
we yet to see it. Four's taken. Of course, I think even 4 or 5 rounds in the attack is enough, but when you're 5-0 down, that becomes
Dude, look at the money.
Yeah, that's quite a feat.
Whoa.
Hunter's Fury
Wait,
through
what?
early.
The pressure over towards A, they really thought they were holding in this area. He tries to go for a blind ult on him. And it looks, I mean, it looks foolish because they were out of here about 10 seconds ago.
It's certainly not on the table anymore. But Liquid haven't needed those ultimates. I mentioned Panatek having that null command very early on. He still hasn't popped it. Even when push comes to shove, they are happy to just hold their ground, rifles in hand.
Dude, with the information they got them though, they heavy lean over towards B. We got the passive camera giving them info over towards A, full A retake, and they're hitting over towards B. Dude, it's still gonna be close though. Trex has recon. Dude, this kill from Patty is just
like an impossible defense to deal with, but he has been caught. Panatek still looking to try and take the fight versus Propek. They're even right now, but Propek needs to escape. and he has done so. The spike being down there could be a problem, but Panatek runs out.
30 seconds.
Left Nats alone, and now they know. They know right where he is. A cage to pop, but he's not going to step inside it for now.
And a lot of time though. He might be able to isolate a 1v1 with the plant.
And that could be his chance to take some space. There it is. Off the tap. He's out and about. Already getting very close. This angle's being watched, but it's going to be 1-by-1 duels. Profek is head just above the boxes, but Nats can't connect. The first round for BBL.
Liquid still gave this a good go though. 3 gun rebinds. 2 armor rebinds.
The first deaths for 2 of the players, Kiko and Nats. So,
Leo, again, thanks so much for the 6 months, dude. Thank you for that.
Otherwise, might be looking at a very quick map.
They're on the board. They are on the board.
They did well there, though. I think it was important just getting some of the spacing down a little bit better.
Yeah, a little weird from Patty. Maybe just wanted to catch him off.
To get away with that triple kill in a similar scenario. This time, Levin just quick enough on those trades. And then Panatek maybe a little bit.
Let's quickly talk about the situation in terms of this round. It's 2 people that wouldn't be able to buy next. 1-9 loss bonus. These wouldn't even have the best money either. 3-4 would be light armors. It's a big round for BBL. Ult goes out, hits 2. I mean,
risky. Gets in there with the blade storm. No, and Camo's down and out.
Okay. Fade ult. Just no sound on this one. Didn't consider it. Maybe the comms from the team didn't come in to check behind me if there's too much pressure over towards site. It's a nice understanding of the round from BBL, right?
Not going to be able to hear anything.
Pop 3 ults into the round.
Is able to make him look foolish when
I could understand a timeout from Liquid here, and you would talk about trying to hold some of the space earlier.
Even if they lock in the remaining players of BBL, that could be costly, but with Panatek now
Wait, can they win this? They should.
This could become a problem.
They should just try and hold them in for money, in my opinion. But they might be feeling
Still
it.
numbers and time on their side, and you can hear the ticks getting faster. They've got to make a move.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice. Got an extra ult out of them.
Putting them out into the open, looking for the fight on lane. Good adaptation.
Yeah,
from
it's a
BBL.
good call from Liquid, and it's going to try to do money damage.
They want all those rifles out of the hands of the attackers. It's going to be a costly
That's a
round,
lot. That's a lot of money damage. Yeah, it's very nice from Liquid. I know they lost the round here, but that's 4 ults.
We can make sure they pay a heavy cost.
Yeah, especially in a round where you've used, I believe it was 3 ultimates. It's the Blade Storm in early. Nightfall that catches the player at backside, so he's deafened, that has absolutely no idea that the player's coming in from behind. And then they use
all
the
5?
at the same time, so no
There's extra 5? Oh yeah, because they used Teo ult and they had 9s.
Gets them around win,
Damn, all 5 ults, you're right.
Costly.
Well, I can't be angry at that.
Look at that one though. Yeah, could have used the call.
Okay, gonna be a while for BBL to get that ult cycle back.
Maybe just turned around.
Does though, I mean the money's a little low.
Oh, early peak. Levin's dashed out. He's taken a lot of space.
Silas, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate the 16 months. Thanks for doing that.
Forced back with the re-aggression. Oh, there's a fight brewing. Panatek stepped into market. This guy, he's been feeling it. 11-3 right now. You can certainly understand why.
Does look like Liquid have a pretty good read in terms of this camera, getting him a lot of early info. I think it's the high one that sees legs over towards short as well. They're playing so heavy over towards B because they just get the info. It's a little rough losing Nats though. That early info that they have just completely goes down.
There's a couple of players to be had. It's actually worth fighting though for BBL just to try and retrieve that additional rifle. Of course, the weaponry was in danger in this round. Panatek now on the same stairs as Trex has been every single time. The swing out. Magnum's managed to catch him. This leaves Panatek
9 bullets.
With the TP being utilized, and actually they've
Omen ult goes in though.
BBL don't have
I mean, they killed the other person.
Away, and I think Kiko's realized that he was TPing into the smoke. I think he assumed they'd already left.
I mean, as soon as Liquid really messed up here.
Left 2 behind.
There's like 2 oversteps really.
Got all the info. Here's the steps. Those players on site know exactly where Panatek
like the most
is,
important people just took so many risks.
Until he gets an angle. Sociable not expecting the double back be executed.
Oh dude, he's going for this, no doubt.
He can quickly make his way up short.
Double flash
Timer
still.
not ticking too quickly, but so difficult to root these 2 players from position. Has a knife, maybe that's going to give him some information on at least one player. Can start to put 2 and 2 together.
Oh boy.
Never mind. He gets the pick immediately. Now this is dangerous. This is desperately dangerous for Yuppie. The knife to go through. It's going to catch him. There's the information for Patatek. The tap now, putting it to half, but the swing
very
comes in
well
on
handed
time.
from
Yuppie's
Yampy
not
on this
playing
one.
any
Dude, this
games.
got close though.
Yeah,
He got really close. 2-9 loss bonus with 500. Yeah, they'll still buy and he can take a hit. Probably a timeout, because if they lose, they got an eco. And
but a lot of it
just the wrong people
does come
taking
down to just
risks.
how well they did at catching off those rotations. That kill from Sociable onto Camo basically changes the round. You see Kiko immediately trying to get back over to the other side of the map. But I am still looking at Patatek. Sure, they've lost the last 3 rounds in a row, but he is 14-4 right now. He really does want to help out those Heretics guys.
Yeah, no doubt as well for Team Liquid. There's going to be a lot of talk behind the scenes about
I think
the
Nats
importance of
might
this run,
be getting told off a little bit here.
Challenge the best, and now
Especially as it looks like they have a pretty good read, especially over towards A main, that they can heavy stack over towards B. And then as soon as he goes down, that pressure's over towards A. And then they just lose so much info.
See BBL though.
And then Camo's dying at middle on the rotate, even though they're using Kiko's ult.
Eliminating Fnatic and Heretics, sending them down below. That's certainly not out of the question.
Yeah, it really has been a run of, like, you're looking at a team that for many years has made it to Champions. You're talking about Vitality, a team that had made it to Masters earlier in the year. And then obviously the biggest names of Fnatic, who were in the last Masters final, Heretics who are in the last Champions final. Like, they are going through not only all the teams that have been up at the very top for a long, long time, but also the ones that, especially in the form of Heretics, they struggled to beat in the past. There's no doubt that this is the best BBL have ever looked. It's not even in question.
It's a huge round.
But will they fall at the final hurdle, or hurdles? They've had a good recovery, though. 3 rounds on the attack. I said 4 or 5.
4 people that can't buy next for BBL.
That starts to look
2 for Liquid.
Yeah, the 5-0 start certainly wasn't inspiring confidence. We've had a pause from Team Liquid. It was BBL's pause that got them on that 3-win streak. Now looking to adapt to the learnings. BBL changed it up as well. It's a slow
good
default,
bait in from Patty here.
To catch a bit of aggression from Liquid and force the fight towards short. There's a trap waiting for them there, and it will be destroyed. So Liquid starting to put pieces together, and that's standing by to take that opening blood.
Yeah, Paranoia immediately through as well. Reclaims a lot of the space.
Patty's a lunatic, man. He wanted to take the 1v1.
More direct composition from the side of BBL.
Ryuto, hello mate. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate everything, man. With the tier 3, thank you for doing that, dude.
And already with the drone actually going through on B main at the same time, there's been a lot of information.
Nice, dudes. We like that, though. Hope you have a good day, man. Appreciate you.
A somewhat false idea.
Patatek towards B. He's 2 HP.
The bait from Patty again over towards spawn.
Give him Elisa life.
They should both be making sound really to try baiting tracks.
Plenty of players close by, but they've lost Camo already. Sociable now making the play. He's been spotted, but not taken down.
Oh, no.
They've got the idea of
Damn,
but dealing with him's a different story.
I thought he completely messed up. How?
He shot too early, and I thought that would have been the end of him.
Yeah, I thought he was not even getting one
here.
here.
It's one of the first times we've actually seen him aggressive away from the site. Like, think about every Trek's position. It's basically just been the stairs are on lane every single round. Like, that has been the whole time. So you kind of understand why it goes a little bit of a miss. But yeah, once he shoots, you kind of expect that maybe there'll be somewhat of a read.
Maybe Phantom as well. Maybe Phantom wasn't like obvious enough for them.
Right now he's feasting.
It was like
Phantom and then comms were a little late.
That's a full mag dump and 3 players falling alongside.
Because if that's a Vandal, I know this guy's dead.
A lot of damage done by Trex so far in this half. That drone, no, that's a bridge too far. Yumpie's going to punish it immediately. Now the pistols, well, they've got a chance to pick up a weapon, a chance to take this B site by storm and find a post plant. This is dangerous.
Dangerous. This is insanely rough.
To use most of their utility to get in. That means
Fatal's gonna happen. They got Omen Flash. They got drone to delay. They got double Prowler. Got another flash from Yampy. They're going to get another Omen smoke in a sec.
Has removed a lot of the utility.
This is...
Now the Nightfall goes in. It's going to tag a couple, maybe a little bit earlier than I would have liked, especially with that flank still coming, but the flank will be spotted at the same time.
What an Omen flash.
Information. BBL have sort of layered things perfectly here.
Yeah, they really have. Magnum especially holding on to life.
Oh my goodness, Magnum.
Well, that's a bridge too far as well.
I mean, it's an insanely well played round from BBL, especially in the afterplant.
As soon as it catches a player,
they did so good to just cycle all of their util.
That extra leg because they knew he was there after popping the ult, but dealing with him again, too difficult. Nats with a double to close it out, but it is BBL finding another round on the board.
It's a hill ult, and then Patty's just low buy.
Earlier that seemed almost unobtainable, but they have had a remarkable
They low buy, especially light armor.
Yeah. No,
dude.
Pay safe card thrifty from them. I think it's the timing
a rough
of
round.
the ulti is sublime. And then again, just using that Nightfall at the right moment. I think Magnum's round in general was superb. Like, I think he basically just shut down anything on the flank and denied the players coming in from main at the same time. Very well played by BBL, and Liquid from a commanding position. Wow, they lose this one, and their economy's in trouble as well.
What did he say? He's saying Kiko, but kind of like he's done a bird impression.
See us neck and neck at the half after what was an abysmally slow start from BBL. They looked down and out. You saw it from the moment they found their first round. The players were given the energy. Felt like a turning point, and it certainly has been. And for Liquid, this is an incredibly passive setup. You talked about Trex typically
going through middle to confirm that you create pressure either side of this.
He's towards A.
And it makes you think that they could be close.
Expecting the hit to come in there with the Cypher utility backing
Dude,
up
look at this, though. Look at this, full pass and stack. You got the Jet just trying to play on the side, get one.
Losing some utility, but Kiko down.
That ult's so close to hitting him.
Of that Hunter's Fury, Nats has been able to hold them out, but Magnum reaggressors and Camo just seems to have no idea that there could be another player.
A little sloppy from Liquid in
quite
a few of these rounds.
For his life, but it is Yumpy to remove him as well. And while we spoke of the mastery of Trex, he's known for the clutches, but when you look at the economy of his team,
just Impa, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 33 months.
Don't want to let him hold on to the gun.
I mean, Liquid had such a good read on this round, and they got absolutely wrecked.
And a huge advantage in this last round of the half.
That comes back to the old saying, belief is everything from BBL. They always manage to pull themselves back together.
Well, that pause was everything at sea.
Yeah. From that point forward, but even Liquid call a pause, they get one round on the board, and it's immediately right back to BBL's winning ways, now putting pressure on the economy of their opposition as well. For a long time, we spoke about BBL as a team whose dream
This is a wild recovery from what was going on.
Just one game, that's all they wanted. And now look at
it was 5-0
with the best of our region, looking to meet the best in the world in Champions.
Double kill trip.
Slow. They could be neck and neck by the time
double
this
kill
half
trip,
is over.
double up short. I mean, it might work.
Wide open.
Not gonna hit by the Prowler, gonna hit the Jet.
No.
Wait, they might get a double.
The Nats trips are always just so nasty.
Yumpy took so much damage as well going in. My goodness, he actually got double.
Seemingly catching out Yumpy as well. That's the second time in a couple of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same round as their pistol, just with a double down on the trips. The anti-Jet.
Nice attempt by Profek, but he comes out worse for wear, especially.
Dude, the Cam's just making sure they get the perfect Omen flash out as well.
Way, yeah. Even after that extra tag we saw, no one's broken it, but the info.
This is a really nice round from Liquid. Dude, I think the coaches are going to be a little annoyed though. It looked like Liquid were crazy prepped. They just kind of messed up like 2-3 big rounds. If I'm BBL, I'm very happy because
it's turned into a 7-5.
I'm not sure they should be getting 5 there, really.
It could have been a much stronger lead, but we're seeing that resilience from BBL, of course. It's only the first half done. We'll see.
Tweezy, thanks so much for the Prime, man. Appreciate the 9 months. Oh, he spotted him with the camera, didn't tag, just came up on minimap. Oh, that's so nice from him. Dude, and then used the camera again to make sure they had the perfect Omen flash. That was sick. Dude, that was a masterclass round from Nats. The trips, the trips are good, man. The trips are really good. The anti-Jet trip was good. I feel like the anti-Fade Prowler trips are good as well. Wait, Heretics are there just watching, just praying. I mean, yeah, you might as well. Do they need Liquid to win? Yeah. If Liquid win, Heretics are through. Boosted as well. Boosted Bonobo. Thank you so much for the Prime, man. Thank you for doing that. What's an anti-fade Prowler trip? Just like all the way at the bottom, right? Prowler's like hover. So if you have trips like near the bottom, it's going to go over it.
Welcome back, folks. It was interesting first half. It looked like it'd be one-sided, but
we got a biased crowd.
Well, in one part of it at least.
In Samsara, thank you so much for the 37 months as well. Thank you for that.
The squad of Team Heretics happy as they see their former comrade down on the stage, looking to do the work for them yet again. 7 on the board, moving to the attack side, Tom. Is that enough for Liquid? Because you did set 5 as the goalpost for BBL.
No, I think it puts
1-0 for Pistols.
Spot.
Trex is back on the Frenzy Mania.
At a minimum, so I think that they'll be quite happy, especially from the deficit they were in.
Samsara as well, the 5 gifted. Thank you for doing that, dude. Chatting not to do. Get a slug oiler spam going for in Samsara, thank you.
Direction.
This is the BBL deal, let's see if it happens. See if it works out for you. I appreciate that. Otherwise you just got scammed.
Yeah, that is a safe bet.
Especially from the lead.
These squads have depth to play with.
In Samsara, thank you for doing that, dude.
A rare pistol loss in the first half. Another here makes this a very difficult
Knights as
game.
well, mate. Thank you for doing the Prime,
That
bro. I appreciate you.
lead, as we saw in the first.
I'm not sure it ever is, mate.
Spiral and snowball in favor of your opposition.
Double
BBL
Sheriff.
Take a risk, remember, with the second round.
Double Sheriff and Frenzy.
So
it does kind of look like BBL maybe knows that they like to buy a lot of Sheriffs. They're not really giving them many jewels, especially over towards middle. It's normally why most people buy the Sheriffs on this one. Dude, Recon goes in, as double swing behind it.
Liquid, not looking to rush themselves into anything.
It's a nice recon from here.
Stamps, but it seems like Magnum's going to use that as bait, but he's lost the fight as well. Nats
fake pressure over towards short, take a lot of space. We definitely got to keep an eye on Yumpy. Yumpy's making a big play. Once they clear sight, they're going to know he's B-main.
Well, for the two Turkish players trying to catch them on the cross, again, it's just too little too late. Liquid have that full control. Finally, Yumpy's surprise is shown, but his teammate dies at the same time.
Camo's such an annoyance to play against. He tucked in this corner, just waited, counted to 10,
Camo's
and
just buying a lot of time, dashes out of there as well. And then goes back for the fast flank.
Good patience, good discipline.
Ooh, that was nice though.
Caught through the wall. He was spotted, his elbow was, and now Team Liquid. Only one man in the lead, and Levin somehow taking down Kiko. That was through the boxes as well.
What the hell?
For Levin. He's on fire with Trex, having to have another clutch towards the boathouse.
Holy hell. What's he done there? That's a 4v2 at its peak.
How they've gotten away with that.
Dude, he was super on top of the fact that at middle he was going to double down as well and try lurk on him. He saw his arm pretty early. Dude, he didn't even see his elbow early. What the hell?
Okay, sure, Padatek tries to get the trade, but like, I'm genuinely perplexed as to what Levin has just done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh man, I mean, I felt like
okay, double Sheriff on this one. Everyone could get one shot.
And I thought he must have stepped out too wide, but in the replay,
dude, I thought he stepped out too wide as well. He just spammed the corner where he might be hiding.
It makes no sense. Like, genuinely. Like, I think if there's certain rounds where you go back as, like, a coach, an analyst, and whatever, and you go, like, yeah, we threw this round because of X, and I think it's just BS. That's the answer. We lost this round. Like, they didn't throw. It was just...
And listen,
the thing
in
is,
many pistol rounds, that's going to be how you look at it.
I could understand the conversation that in a 4v2, he's got to go back.
Yumpy.
And go B main, but he didn't even show it middle. It's not like he played his idea wrong.
Yumpy was under threat for a moment, but he'll be left alone to crunch towards this B site, put Sociable in their crosshairs, and he'll only find one. Now a lot of pressure on Magnum. He stood in this corner, and he won't be standing there for much longer.
That shot, hold up. Still got luck over towards middle. They saw Kiko earlier, so they definitely know that this is a possibility.
Taken into consideration. Light play as well by Kiko. He's taking a risk, but he's being checked.
Yeah, his old teammate had that in the back of his mind. Yumpy looking Empress victory versus this Liquid side within the
that's a
VCT
mistake.
Camo, though,
Oh,
wants
that's
to
a
try and
mistake
deny
from
that.
BBL for
He
sure.
needs to ace this to win. Already under serious pressure, the utility leaving him blind, at least for now, but Profek is
very
low,
nice
it won't
handle.
matter.
Ooh.
Immediately hits the
They
shot.
left the one just
For the
searching.
first time in a while, BBL
He committed
will be
so
level.
heavy.
Level, but they
Such a
definitely
weird
pay
way to do it if they
hefty
were going to
cost
double
for it.
go lane.
2 players left alive in the end of the round. At least saving 2 of the bigger weapons. Well, as you can see, a Bulldog along with some Stingers left on the floor, unclaimed. And it was very, very well played by Liquid to be able to consistently trade out those opening fights.
Just some of the
Camo has
mid-rounding
had a
maybe
very
sometimes,
slow
yeah.
start to this map. I think he might have been like 4 kills leaving the first half, somewhere around there. He's now sitting 9 and 10.
A lot of the stuff
very
I'm
much
seeing
recovered,
from
and I think
Liquid though
the
is just
attack
like
side, that's something to keep an
individuals
eye on
making
when
little
rifles come out
mistakes
for Team
that are
Liquid,
costly.
'cause he's been able to trade efficiently with a sheriff in his hand.
But yeah, I also want to look at the
And I
other
don't
side.
think that's
Sociable's been
Nuts'
having
job
a
to like
rough-
micromanage a lot of the stuff that's
Normally you
going
talk
on.
about this guy as having the ability to outfrag
Maybe
anybody
some of the
while
stuff
playing
that was happening in
initiator.
middle on defense, but
It's not been going well. Padatek, oh, he's
oh
just
my
able to get out on
goodness.
the edge.
Dude,
I
he
like the
still
idea
gets
as
a
well
kill
for
here
Magnum
though. That's
spamming.
kind of
Come on, there you go.
crazy.
Sociable gets the job done, knowing the one gap in
Teva
that little set play.
into
I think they were looking
Salvo
to
with
maybe
spam
catch a little
behind.
bit more because the buy in this round really does suck. You've got yourself the Outlaw purchased up by Levin. You've got the rifle from the last round, and then it's just pistols, but that's still got them a man advantage.
Unless I misread, I'm pretty sure he was full shield too, so that was a double tap from the Outlaw. Takes a bit of damage forward, ends up
Hold
going
up.
down, but
Magnum
now
has a good
gets
chance
to fly
there.
under the radar as a result.
Especially with the
of
beta,
fighting
sure.
mid. They're looking the other way. Magnum gets a freebie. Now there's upgrades available for BBL
Yeah,
and a man advantage going
close,
into the
man.
retake. They managed to make it level.
Trex is full
Their
util.
economy left in the dirt.
Oh, he messed up his TP.
That's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. Because of that, it's all going to fall apart.
Oh, it's actually on his head.
We're in a great position to one of struggle. A chance still for Magnum though. Turns it into the 1 versus 1. You bet your house on Trex with full HP. And his opponent only on 8. And he's even going to fall back to a passive position. He's waiting patiently.
Very
for
nice from
Magnum to
Trex on
round the
this one.
corner.
Ah, it's a
safe pair of
devastating
hands.
mistake from Profek.
Even
He's had a
still,
couple,
decent
man.
round for
Couple
BBL, but it
late
could have
smokes
been
over
so
towards
much
B.
more.
This one's
Yeah,
pretty costly.
Up until we're in that 3v2, every pick feels like it has so much value, but when they get there, when it's a missed TP from Profek,
What do you reckon?
Really
TP from...
sucks
Oh,
to
Jesus.
lose a
That
round
shot is...
like that. It was
TP
the
from his
double tap
POV.
indeed. Like this here, the fact that you have the fight on
okay.
short after a player dies mid, Magnum gets a freebie, and then it's just goosed from that point forward. Tracks in a clutch. We always believe in him. Camo certainly looking back.
Important rounds.
Numbers now.
Everyone's
This
got low
out,
money.
8
1,
to 7
2,
for Team
3.
Liquid.
1, 2,
They
3,
lost the
4,
lead
5.
for a moment, but
5
BBL
and 3.
still unable to grab a hold of it.
Camo sending it. You kind of heard it at the end of
That's
the replay.
nice
so
though.
they've got my
Early
blades.
pressure. Make him
wants to
spam
try
a
and
lot of
make a move off the
util.
back of
3
them.
plus and silent walk over
Nike
towards
has
B.
At least given them
Liquid
some
are doing a
information
good
of the
job
players
trying to
being
get
made,
util out all
but
the time. Just
for now, at
bait
least,
around the
it's
map.
just been the orb taken and a fall off. It's a very aggressive position, in fact, already taken over on the A site. That's why they can afford to sort of gamble that other side of the map. They've left Levin
Like, look at
in
this, man.
position.
Magnum's
But
got
after
nothing.
pausing,
They've already
they're
used the
going
drone.
straight back
Oof.
in. Nice work from Yumpy, and it's the
Whoa.
1-2 punch. Perfect.
Dude, did they even use
Util
util for the swing?
And even though there were multiple players there, Liquid have come out 2 men down.
The resurgence of BBL seemingly online early in this half. Magnum and Yumpy locking it in with Trex. I said
Damn.
he's reliable in a clutch, maybe not the 1v5. It's an in-zone flawless for BBL, neck and neck
Dude,
again.
big round as
and
well.
now
Liquid
is
have
their
to eco.
chance to take that lead.
Dude, it was a
That's
weird round.
wonderful
Miss.
round from Yumpy.
Just took a
think
duel,
the
then
call
flash double
initially
swing.
was for him to take the fight, and then the swing from Profek. So he goes out.
Man,
gets that
Yumpy's just
first
feeling
Profek,
it.
Then swings next. So beautiful replay. Thank you very much. He also then puts the fragment to catch the player who's on logs, forces them out. And while he's doing that, he turns around and kills the other guy. Like, that is just a man who is in full flow state. Knew everything that was going to happen in that round, and then executed it to perfection.
Well, here we are. The passing of the torch from Team Liquid leading for the entirety of this game from round 1, but now they're left with weak weapons, classics, 2 stingers.
Flash.
No real big ultimates
Flash
to get
for
them
fade
into this.
over
I mean,
towards
putting
middle.
100
3
Fury doesn't
pass
seem
and stack for
likely, especially
BBL.
with Camo Basically
Perfect.
a dead man walking, and another falls.
Kinda gotta kill everyone, though.
Side, and this is
I
a
had it, so
massacre from BBL as they take every
well,
pick.
second time out for Liquid's coming in.
And finally, the lead will be theirs.
Another in-zone flawless as well. They're not just winning these rounds, but they're winning them in a clean fashion. It will set their economy up fantastically for the next couple of rounds. And you're kind of starting to see what I meant when I said that both of these teams have shown their true strength on the defensive side. So I'm more focused on the attack. That might sound
Oh, he
weird,
saw a
but
gun.
I know their defenses are good. It's whether you can break through them that is the true test of how this is working out for the side. And for Liquid right now, they are beginning to really struggle. That's why we've had ourselves the tactical pause.
This is Liquid's second one. No chance to touch base unless Powell gives it to them. And well, he's been a man
They're just
that
gonna
definitely
simplify
thinks
it a little
about when
bit.
those
So they're
pauses come
trying to
through.
take
Some of the
map
best
control,
timing
and they're
that
trying
we've
to
seen.
bait out a lot of the util.
They're going to take a moment.
But
as the
honestly,
lead slips
they
out of their
pretty much
hand
just getting
and
picked
things start
off.
to spiral in favor of their opposition.
So
BBL finally
they might just
finding their
simplify
form.
it.
Even
And still
Sociables
sight
put up a
hitting.
couple of kills, and it's a terrifying prospect for what now
Or start
could be
bursting
a
more.
quick conclusion to this map. BBL's pick, and one that looked, certainly you look at those first 5 rounds, and BBL were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Well, I think as well, just even the rounds they're winning on the attack, like the kill disparity was massive because when Liquid won, it was dominant, and when BBL were winning, it was very close, like
I mean,
clutch
this
rounds.
this
Now
is
that's
this should be a
changed.
pretty.
BBL
I'm not saying an
winning
easy round
dominantly.
win, but
That's where you
this
got
should
to start
be
to worry if you are
just
over
a
in
set
the coaching
round
staff of
with
Team
ball.
Liquid. You need to try and
What's it looking like at the moment?
back into this one. Now,
Recon,
they've definitely got
recon
the tools
fake
to do it.
with
This is the classic
KO or
composition we
something?
see over on Ascent, but facing
What
off
are we
against
doing?
that triple initiator, it
I like
means
this
that
from BBL. They
catching
wouldn't go
this
aggro on this
BBL
one.
side off guard, especially
Knife
with
and then
very
maybe
aggressive,
flash.
fast-paced takes, is going to be difficult.
Well, maybe that's the reason behind the brakes being pumped. 2 players spotted outside of B. BBL have info. Liquid slowly taking control over mid.
Prowler setting one up over towards A main.
Securing B main as Prowlers
Dude,
come through
Liquid
as
just
spaces
waiting for the reaction then.
feigned by BBL. You look at when push comes to shove, how this execute's going to go through, and I think Patatek having his ultimate online, that is a big deal. To
Okay,
get
the
them
1 minute
into
mark
a
call
site.
gets made. It's just a straight up B hit.
Not cancelling
And they've
out the
taken
sensible
aggro over
utility
towards
as
B.
you
Like, this
so
makes a lot of
often
sense,
are.
right? Taking
There's
aggro
no
over towards
opposition.
B to try set one up. So most likely they got one early.
Set a sentinel
You would
utility
imagine.
towards this
It's a
B
3-person
site. They
stack
have just
over
got
towards
a man
A.
named Levin holding in this close corner, but there's the old no dash out anymore, and he has to bail quickly.
Oh, maybe not so quickly. He only had a few
Damn,
bullets left.
Magnum.
He still managed
Wait,
to
how's
take
that
down
shot not
Patatek.
killed him?
If they can clear, they can bring him back, and he already is back from the fray. Levin still clinging to life.
Dude,
Yumpy
absolute
is there
chaos. It's
alongside
basically
him,
a
trying to
10-person
deny,
duel on B.
sociable as well, but it still comes down.
30
to
They got
Levin.
enough time. They can just run to
Both
A.
players tagged. He almost gets caught out by Trex, and in
Ooh.
fact he does.
Trex wanted to go through, but the
Right,
door was
only
closed on
5
this.
HP standing. But even in
Okay,
a-
this one got
a
very
messy
close though.
round,
15 and
Liquid
5
are
HP
back
on this
level
one.
again.
I like
They
the
can
calling
have
on
the
this
lead,
stuff
but
from
only for
Nats.
one.
It was good.
What a game this is already playing out to be. We talked about this series as a 3-mapper, and maybe that's what we'll end up with. Yeah, Levin sticking around there. Like you said, low on ammo, had no escape anymore, but he still took that fight. Put one on the ground, but they bring him right back, and then it's a big brawl to bring him back to level footing. Now for BBL, what do you change coming into this round? And well, there's a big old gun.
Flash of an Odin
Big
spam.
old
No
gun in
recon on
play
this
for
one, so
Levin
you'd
and for
imagine.
Prophet.
Oh, okay. I lie. Recon on this. Dude,
Nice
he
spam.
should have committed early there. He like hesitated.
early
He had a
damage.
kill.
Patatek has been one of the major dangers for BBL.
I wonder how many
in this matchup
times he's
so
done
far.
this one.
We've said he's
No, that's a kill if he committed
fighting for the
earlier.
brotherhood that sits watching in the crowd. A team he's been to internationals with and looks to send them to the biggest international of the year. Liquid may already be qualified, but for everybody else playing, this is everything. Levin with the operator, he's got to be careful though. It's
That's
always a
another
risk
rough.
to
He just
face
wanted
into
to use his
Kiko.
dash.
Kiko has taken him out. A slower approach from Liquid.
Dude, these
Yumpy
fade
under
eyes right
pressure.
now are
He loses
crazy.
that fight
How's
as
he
well.
won that
These
one?
have been
I mean, the Omen flash is sick as well.
and Liquid have taken both.
This
Yeah,
is
another
good
great
from
reveal
Liquid
Magnum,
as
but
well.
the fight
They
doesn't
just
go
calm
their
it down a little
Shut
bit, make sure the
down
ult goes
every
out.
step of the way with Profek stood on backside, revealed the smoke at least to reposition the spam good, but the nade from Patatek takes him out in the end. And Magnum,
That's a good
like
dash as
utility
well,
we
gets the
talk
info
about,
on it.
the spam towards market or towards Link. This was
They got luck on the go. They should get the kill. BBL are got another buy in them.
And Camo still drawing breath, and it's him who has to finish them off. But first,
yeah, I mean, this was a nice round. Camo did great on this though as well. A little greedy from 11 over towards Aiming. He just wanted again to just use his dash.
The economy's still there for the defensive side.
Yeah, we saw it in a post a couple of rounds ago that in terms of pace, Liquid were in the top 3 globally. I like the fact that we're seeing them slow down. Like they are being that little bit more patient, waiting for some of the fights to come to them. Levin getting caught out. You then see the swing in that gets rid of Yumpy as well. Well, you mentioned the possibility of another pause.
Big round for BBL. It's 5 people that can't buy
The
next.
next round might be it. The problem is if BBL lose this one, their economy won't support a buy.
Knife hits him over towards short. Like they know this is a possibility right now.
This time a better solution. But he only
Yeah,
gets
it's chaos,
one.
man.
The trade out for Liquid is they
it's absolute chaos.
The site, running into Magnum. He'll land himself one. The C's to stop an immediate push so he can focus on Nats, but he won't.
They
take
had
him
Omen
down.
up though,
And
so they should expect
again,
this.
Dropping onto the site. The last defender. The rotates are coming through and actually a little bit slow on making this push happen.
Dude, they can definitely cancel on this one. That takes a lot of space.
They pumped the brakes. Now the TP
Omen
to the
ult
B
to
site,
cancel them off as well.
Causing problems in the back line. It's a beautiful round from Liquid. I don't know if they read
it's such a nice round, man. They handle some of these so well.
But it
Bit of an over rotate from BBL and they got punished for it.
Hands and out of BBL's. This lead, it should be extended.
Yeah.
To 2, to an 11-9 scoreline. Only Profek stands in their way, and he's got time, but cutting through these 3 players will be difficult.
This screams a Nats round. Control within the chaos. And the man who's always controlled is sat waiting. Profek will win that fight, but I don't think he has a chance to go for this anymore.
Yeah, he should just be saving money
has
wise.
to just try and escape. And that was just some fantastic mid-rounding.
Yeah, I mean, this was a lovely round.
Been found slowing the pace in the middle of all the battles. And then Kiko
took a lot of space though, Camo and Nats.
Taking space and creating it at the same time for Nats. That's exactly what Nats needs. The tiniest amount of space, and the round's already over.
It really was just masterful. When you see them slow it down so often, teams would push through.
Yeah, I see
BBL are
people on Liquid pinging over towards shorts, and that's where the op is. Might be trying to save this.
Sociable's ult, an attempt to force them into the open. I think there was a flash from Yumpy as well. That was a death trap being sprung, but there was no prey inside it. The op left on the ground, as Jack is showing us. This will be 2 rounds now needed for
11.
BBL to equalize.
Yeah, normally when most people get hit by the knife there, they're not going to commit to an off angle. It felt like an odd decision personally, but
historically, this isn't a matchup they lose. If they start by stealing their opponent's map, I think we might be getting history repeating itself.
Yeah, I guess the one good thing is that every series has always managed to make its way to 3 maps, so in one way or another. I love how they win the round and Nats is annoyed he didn't win that 1v1.
It's crazy lurk picks, 2 of them, and then he loses the
last
third
time
one.
up for the teams, unless it goes overtime.
Well, there is now another opportunity for the Liquid staff to talk, but it is called by Pal over on the BBL side, and you can understand why. The match looked like it was all set to go in their favor. A couple of rounds even won in flawless fashion, and then just like that, Liquid break back, putting themselves a couple of rounds in the head. Their map choice up next as well. This is definitely a high-pressure situation that BBL will feel they need to come out on top.
Yeah, and this is very much their last opportunity if they decide to full invest into this round.
Why do the stats always exclude China? The APIs don't work the same. They're like blocked, I think, or something like that. So they're not easy to get, so it's just easier to not include them.
It's not something that they've managed so far this half. There's no reason to believe that they can't make that bounce back. And it looks like Bladestorm will be saved. The rifle in Profek's hands carried through from the last will be the only big gun they've got to play with. So that pause, probably mostly talking about the next round and maybe how they can
big round
draw some value from the information given here, but it is a direct play from Liquid. 4 players in main, Paranoia set up, and they will be taking this by, well, in a moment they'll be taking it by force. That knife has slowed them down.
Abs has already caught one on the other side.
That's the rifle.
Yeah, it feels like the almost bait and switch. Like you get caught by the knife, you wait patiently and watch as your opponents push on the other side. for Sociable, yeah, this is an opportunity that he realizes, okay, I need to get
There's
that
a
gun
3-person
back.
stack,
I
so
need
like
something
maybe,
to
but
play with going into this next round. But the drone being put through over on that B site, they're still yet to make that move. Liquid have really adapted over these last few rounds and become a much more patient, slower-paced team, and BBL have been playing into their hands.
We would have seen the drone either way towards A, but I'm not sure we would have seen the player push all the way up and clear it so late if the rifle wasn't the one that went down. This might actually play into BBL's hands as Team Liquid look to late push back into this site. They'll be caught. The knife destroyed. Well, that could be a lurker, but the step turret, that confirms they've made the right read. The stack up here. Everybody drawing breath from BBL stands waiting for Team Liquid on the B side.
25 seconds on this one. Yeah, and they call for the pivot over towards A. It's a great call, man. It's a great call from Nats. Wait, hesitation? Oh god, hesitation. Oh, massive hesitation. Why? Why the hesitation?
11, a three-piece in a round that should never have been.
Oh boy. Did they just not trust Nats' call, or did Nats say something?
In fact, he's going to fall to 11 as well. The superstar duelist over on the BBL side.
Oh boy, I mean, it was such a good call.
As always, but I have to admit this one feels
Why did
more
they
like
hesitate?
I give a lot of credit over to their mid-round calling in the prior round.
They got kills.
How they were able to make space. This one was hesitant. It was messy. They couldn't decide on whether they wanted to go into the site or whether they go back and rotate. And because of that, they end up making the worst of both.
Come on, Burki, nice so long.
Now that's one where Liquid might be calling a pause if they still had one.
Yeah.
There's nothing left.
They had
no
time? Oh, they had loads of
to the
time.
Play anymore. Round
loads
after
of
round
time.
to unfold. Deep aggression from Levin. He's got two! The confidence back in full force, but the trades out in the end leave us on equal footing. A 2 versus 2. And the information from Nats, the hat off his head. Where do they go with this though? Seeing a player on either side, it's dealer's choice.
I mean, I respect the play from BBL. That's a big call from Yampy, by the way. Such a big call.
Liquid will be walking into an empty site. There's nobody currently sat within A. You can understand why. Wanting to maybe group up over on the BBL side, not want to risk it on a solo hold versus the two. That does mean that there is a guarantee of a post plant at least for Liquid.
I don't think Magnum was close enough to hear it, but they did just fake the steps up there, just one or two.
Flash fade eye Prowler.
Try to sell that they were going to go market late. Of course, Profek knows that's not the case.
The problem is they're only going to know where one is.
Deep into the round. Plant comes through, even just the reveal, that's giving the game away. Profek and Magnum, they've seen Levin. An incredible play in the previous to put them on double digits. A strong opening to this one that fell apart. Now they've got to be the ones to clutch this out, to bring BBL to 11.
Nasty. The trip will be spotted. They managed to dodge at least a little bit of it, but now Magnum is all that remains. Nats is set up again, causing them issues, and with the cam still being baited. There's no secrecy to be had. Magnum from the top rope finds the first. Has a good gamble on the second, but again, it's
Trex is just securing the rounds here, though. That's a big round here. It's a nice trip from Nats. Kind of won on the round.
Well, the good news is BBL don't need 3 in a row now. It is just the 2, and they've managed that so far. But this opening, that looked like a major detriment to Liquid's
It was going so well. It was going so well for BBL.
Early lead in the series, but they recovered nicely. The right decisions made as it came to the late round, the push to the A site.
Yeah, he wanted to peek with it as well.
And even the cam was inside the smoke, so you're left racking your brain as to where can he see me from? He actually couldn't. He was just using the sound cue.
Two goes at it for Liquid. They go one away from, one away from ults as well, so BBL want to fight heavy for these orbs. Heavy over towards B-main.
Not in the best of shape for BBL. Hasn't mattered much though. It felt like they've got away with quite a lot in these lower buy rounds. Knife over the top to try and catch out any aggression. Spot if Levin is in this aggro position once again. Isn't the case. Another null command picked up by Padatek. It's always been deadly when entering into this B site. That's where they've been using it for the most part. That is where the team is currently looking to rotate.
The full flock is gathering on B. Deep break by Yumpy, the knife. Well, it's not gonna be
BBL
too
does
early.
called to go stack
He's
over
waiting just
towards
long
A.
enough. He's heard some steps because he's so close.
I mean, Yampy's got a
Through
kill
soon.
too,
That's gonna be
really.
all the information
This
there.
info would be
That'll 5 players
incredible.
spotted.
I mean, it's good.
But, I mean, they're
He's still got
giving
to
the game
kill
away
at
anyways.
least
Now
one.
it's just Yumpy. Stood alone.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay, we're
Against
good.
a horde of attackers coming his way. Patatek the first to draw blood. Yumpy needs to hold strong, at least find value from this position, but he's shut down. And
Dude,
Levin
the
and
calling
Profek
from Nats has
again.
been good, man. I would love to know the comms on
A
that
two-player clutch
that
needed
round
by
where they were
B.
against the eco stack.
Nice opening. If there's anyone you want in this situation, it is Levin. He's delivered. In so many of these rounds, the wall bangs attempted and landed for damage.
He's running out of bullets.
Too many players to take down.
They're sitting passive. He doesn't have enough to pull off some miracle spams, but he's still going for it. Bullets are going to be an issue at this stage. Unless there's another gun to be found, hoping that somebody gives a fight, and Profek will find one, but he takes damage, and now on the cross, there's
Huge,
no
man.
hope,
Dude,
and
Nats
it's
had a
Nats from the
really
hole.
good map, though.
It was a back and forth
He had a really
throughout
good map.
this initial map, but on their opponent's map choice, Liquid
DJ Ponka,
come out
thanks
on
so much
top.
for the Prime as well. Appreciate the 9 months. Thank you, thank you.
They've not lost to BBL when we look at the